This is Carlene Berry, the second youngest of 5 children in her family. She was born August 25th, 1946. This is Trudy Cloutier, her maiden name, Trudy Berry, the youngest of 5 children in her family. She was born July 8th, 1948. Both sisters were born and raised on a farm outside of Moncton, New Brunswick, and currently they both live in Windsor, Ontario. This digital story about aging describes the lives of 2 sisters who grew up in the same household but led different lives as they matured in age. What is your ideal age?
I always said if I could change my age, I would go back to 51, not a day before. That's how old I was when I retired. And the first few months it was, hard to believe that I was retired. I felt like I was playing hooky every day. There's no way they could fire me. I could still get paid for it. And I could do, what I chose to do. I loved it.
Trying to be around 29. Well, it was really active then, really busy. Kids were at a good age.
Good.
They were about 3, 4, 5. That was a good time.
What does successful aging mean to you? And do you think you are successfully aging?
I think so. I said, what scares me, I can't believe I've been retired 20 years. I love teaching. I taught adolescents most of the time. And 35 years of adolescence, I thought I still want to retire. Well, I still love doing it. So as soon as I retired, I took hospice training and spent a lot of time doing hospice work and really enjoyed that.
Successfully aging, I would say, is being active, being able to go places, do things, entertain, play cards, keeping busy.
Could you describe how physical activity was part of your youth?
Well, I went to a one-room country school, so we went out and played baseball with pine trees for markers, and we didn't have organized sport at all in the country, but we were still very active. We'd go back in the woods and play cowboys and Indians at recess and this type of thing.
We were active around the farm, riding horses and I guess just playing on the farm.
What kind of activities were you involved in during your career?
I was very active on a lot of different committees. I was on the board of directors for the Children's Aid Society for 9 years, so I was actively involved. Doing the marsh study and the beach study and finding the water table and all that type of thing.
Oh, I was a hairdresser for 40 years. Outside of work, I raised the kids and they were in hockey and all kinds of sports and swimming classes. And
what activities of daily living do you participate in order to maintain your independence?
Well, almost all my friends and my family. Can't believe the things I can still do. Starting this gym class when I retired 20 years ago has been unbelievable. I have a swimming pool and I found it hard with arthritis in my knees, etc., getting down to do the skimmer box and everything. Now it's just a piece of cake. There's nothing to it. I can't believe the difference the regular exercise classes done for me. We do boxing, we do kickboxing, we do tug of war, we do kettlebells, gorilla bells, dumbbells. Every single class has been different and exercising different parts of the body. We run, we jump, we do high jump, we have steps. A lot of cooking my sister and I do to take to people who are shut-ins, etc. Or my nieces who come and live with me and go to university, help them out, doing some cooking and things like that. And I love having company and entertaining.
Walking, washing, going to aqua fitness, just doing work around the house. Gardening, and visit seniors. Go to nursing homes.
What recommendations would you give to a younger adult about successful aging?
That you need to keep going and keep busy and keep involved. And if you're lonesome or alone, go make somebody else happy and you'll get satisfaction yourself. They keep busy and keep actively involved, and I think that's the key thing too.
Try to stay active because if you don't, you get really stiff and sore. So.
Thank you, Carlene and Trudy, for sharing your experiences and your wisdom. Age is not lost youth, but a new stage of opportunity and growth. The World Health Organization defines ageism as stereotyping and discriminating against individuals or groups based on age. While ageism may present itself in many different forms, it is most commonly portrayed against the older members of society.
3 things I don't like about retirement. One is when you have to check off the box, put a check mark in the age group you're in, you go down and down, you realize you're in the last box. You can't pretend you're young anymore, and I know what the next box is going to be. So that is scary. The 2 other things, Friday night was always my favorite night of the week, and now every night is like Friday. And long weekends that we would wait for just to get one extra day, and we can do it all the time now, and yet the special weekends aren't as great because we don't want to go when everybody else is. We'd rather go during the week. So that's one of the disadvantages, but I've loved retirement. Yeah, I really have.
I'd say the only thing on aging is mentally you feel like doing everything that you did 40 years ago, but then you don't fit in the same. Like you could go places and we would probably enjoy going, but then you look around and you really feel out of place because you're so much older. Like with 30 or 40-year-olds, like we're the old people. So you don't feel comfortable because of that.